Well, I came here and everything was new to me, and I had no idea what to expect, coming into a military school. And so I was a little bit in shock. I didn't know what I wanted to do, where I was going to fit in, who were going to be my friends, what type of person I was going to be at Culver.
From your first day here, whether a boy or a girl, you are given certain responsibilities. You have certain functions and duties to perform. And you are evaluated by your peers and those who have positions of responsibility over you, whether in the military or the prefect system. And so you get feedback. But in addition to the feedback, you get support so that you're told how you can do it better, how you can perform in a more capable fashion.
If I were in his place, having one son say that the other wants to kill the father,
I still get scared if I have to go and give a prepared speech in front of a class, but it's kind of, through my experiences, I think it's gotten overall a lot easier to deal with nervousness in crowds and things like that. You deal with very different type of people here, different types that come from different backgrounds, and sometimes you kind of wonder, your audiences may differ at times. I've had to deal with that, but I've learned it through different speech skills. And then since I perform a lot with piano too, I've learned to deal with stage fright and things like that. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. She was also the first to fly across the Pacific Ocean from Hawaii to California in 1933. She began her life and career in Atchison, Kansas, 1898.
What were some things that you saw Abby do that...
I learned more about myself and my potential for influencing other people in high school than I have at any time since.
Presentation first, and then we'll talk about the content.
And they think that will make you win the debate just by your...
Because we have these structured situations with other people, our classmates, our peers, teachers, teams, clubs, all this is going on, and it's a perfect lab for learning about yourself and the way you interact with other people.
All the way down through and push to the bottom of the line. Where does that thing climax? Where's the climax of the phrase?
Now, remember, you're sharing a big secret with her here. Okay? I'm not getting the idea you don't want other people to hear. If it has secret passageways, they may have secret listening devices, okay?
I get to know these students in a way that I wouldn't normally know them in a classroom.
I want a lot of laughter on the joke. What you're doing
in a classroom, they're one way with me, but in the play, it's entirely different.
And you have to let us in on this little secret, but we need to see it happening here. We need to see the romance developing.
Knees over the toes.
Both my teachers, Ms. Kryman and Ms. Tolchinsky, are very demanding. They beat on me, not physically, but they drill me continuously because they think that every person has a talent.
Lift, open, let go, find your balance, and stretch away, through. Good. Closing.
Dancing is very hard. I played football and wrestled 2 years, football 4 years, and I've done a lot of extracurricular activities, and out of everything I've done, dancing is the hardest thing I've done.
That's right, working the duck.
Some people come here for athletics, some people come here for like academics, but you know, no matter what type of person you are, you can always find a place at Culver because there's so many different things to do.
Parts of the fruit to the parts of the flower. Okay? All right, go ahead.
This is the stigma here, and this is where there are some,
You look for
the
what
anthers.
you think
And
is
this is
the
stigma.
content mastery.
And when
Sometimes written exams are good, sometimes oral exams are good. In this case, the oral is a better communicator of their knowledge. They will very quickly figure out whether they understand the material or not. I will very quickly find out whether that is the case. And that's a very important educational tool for them to clearly know as they are doing it whether they are really understanding the material.
Throughout the entire year, he emphasizes learning, trying to fit things together so that when we actually have to come to a time like the AP exam where you're under pressure and you have to do well on this test, then you really want to do well. And I want to do well because I want to do well. But I also want to do well because I want Mr. Winnett to feel proud of me. I want him to feel that I was a good student and that I did my best.
Suitable to live on land.
There's a very clear path in terms of what you must learn to do and to perform in order to move to the next step or the next plateau. And so by the time you are a junior or a senior, you have a pretty strong sense of who you are and a self-assurance that is based on experience. There is the feedback, there is the support, and the constant clarification from other students as well as adults, so that in the clearest sense you always know where you are and what you need do to move on. And that's the idea, to move on, to grow.
You can't get away with passivity here. It's not, why did you come to Culver? You know, you came to Culver for a purpose, and teachers recognize that. And the teachers are very good about bringing you out of yourself and showing you that even if you're not interested in the material, they can make you want to grasp it and want to learn and want to understand why.
Parade, rest.
Oh, when I first came to Culver, the leadership position, just the thought of it was just a shock to me that maybe I'd be the leader one day, but I was told that one day I would be the one leading and taking someone else's place, and I had a whole year to just get adjusted to that, and I was told that get used to it now because one day you're going to be the leader.
Morning, sir.
I think that the Corps organization helps. It gives the people that are placed in command a great responsibility to deal with all these different types of people and how to deal with them. And it's an experience that I see as the thing I most cherish about what I've taken away.
kid is capable, committed, caring, developing, growing in a variety of ways, not just intellectually, not just physically, but also, I think, morally and spiritually.
Like in barracks after taps, like after 10 o'clock, that's when you make your friends. And that's when you have, those conversations that you'll remember for the rest of your life. But I mean, I'm happy to get out of here to move on with my life and, see new things. But it's going to be really hard to leave Culver.